Okay, we should be live. Let me know if you guys can see me. We should be live right about now. Let me know if you can hear me okay as well. That'd be super awesome. So, yeah, welcome to this video. We're going to be discussing Aspergers Syndrome and self-diagnosis. Like, is it safe? Should we be doing it? What should you know about it? How many people do it? Because there's a lot of speculation. I get a lot of questions actually about, sorry, my hair's just sticking outside of my hat. It's crazy hair, crazy hair. A lot of people asking about, hey, everybody on Instagram watching as well, about self-diagnosing themselves with Aspergers Syndrome or autism spectrum condition. So yeah, I thought it was time for us to make a discussion, have a discussion about it. I have a couple of things to go over with it, and then we'll have a discussion as well. Hey, welcome to the weekly live broadcast. Everybody on Instagram, you guys are awesome. Welcome to everybody here on YouTube as well. Nice to have you here. Great to see all of you just hanging out, chilling. Hi Dan, yes, well, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you all here, all good. So if anybody watching on Instagram want to know what we're doing, we are talking about self-diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome. Is it safe? What should you do? Blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So how is everybody? Waiting for everyone to come in here right now. It's so awesome to see you all here. It's just amazing. Hopefully my vocal is highly compressed and sounding lovely, because I've been trying to fix this microphone to make it sound lovely. Anybody watching on Instagram, the vocals will just be coming through the normal iPhone kind of stuff. So hopefully everything is going good there. Hi, hey, I've had no sleep because of my autism and anxiety, being up till 3. And by the way, your speech to audio is messed up. Oh no, is it delayed? Are you seeing a delay? Okay, so tomorrow's video that you'll be very, very happy with is about melatonin, helping melatonin gummies to help people with Asperger's and autism sleep. So that'd be super awesome. Let me know if the audio is not in sync here. The dog is just sitting down there licking water out of his bowl. Crazy guy. Hey, how's it going, SSC Libra Mom? Good to have you there. Samuel Hitchcliffe, good to have you here on Instagram. Whoa, flight attendant Jables 299. I'm on Christmas budget, but thanks for educating. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's amazing. Your donations to this channel mean so much, and I can't even ever thank you enough for being so supportive. Anybody who donates, you're absolute legends, heroes, and a friend for life from me. Thank you so much. It's amazing to have so much support from you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Huge fan of melatonin gummies. Okay, cool. You guys, the sneak preview of tomorrow. Look, this. Okay, hold on. Melatonin gummies. I found the perfect company for melatonin gummies. The link is in tomorrow's video. They're amazing. These are just outrageous. I'm not going to talk too much about it right now. I'll show you what it is, because I'm so excited for you to see tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is all about melatonin gummies for people with autism. These are the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life, and they're vegan, and they're like safe, and they're all lovely, and it's all amazing. It's so cool. So the company are amazing as well. I'm working with. They wanted to do a video with me, like a collaboration, and so yeah, I've done that. Anybody who's been watching my Vlogmas videos, a big thank you so much for watching my Vlogmas videos. And if anybody doesn't know what Vlogmas is, I've been basically giving video uploads pretty much daily, every day of December, or at least filming every single day of December and then uploading it so that you guys can see what my daily life is like. You see like a little bit of the family life and things like that, and that me and Nomi have had like a build your own calendar. That's kind of cool. So like we make advent calendars. I put stuff in a calendar for Nomi, she did one for me, and it's kind of cool. So anybody who hasn't watched any of the Vlogmas episodes, you need to go back and check them out, man. There won't be a Vlogmas episode well, there will be a Vlogmas episode tomorrow, but it won't be until later on. So, Noswaith thou or Gernarvon. No way, Will Owen, bit of Gymraeg. When will we find out what your son looks like and his name? Amy, it's a good question. I'm kind of personal with my personal and private life, so I may not disclose my son's name for a while yet. I don't know why. I just feel like that's kind of like nobody really needs to, it makes no difference to my channel if you know what my son's name is. And another thing is that I don't really want to put him on camera just yet, because maybe he doesn't want to be on camera, so maybe it's something that he may eventually want to I don't know, maybe he'll want to be a YouTuber one day, but maybe me pushing into it may not be the best thing. Oh, I'm just gonna put the dog under a blanket. Cool. Okay, so I am here, guys. Oh, I found this rad figure. Like, I used to have loads of Space Jam action figures when I was a kid, and this is a Michael Jordan Space Jam action figure, and I found it in my parents' loft, and it's really, really cool. I'm buzzing off this. This is awesome. I've also got Marvin the Martian and the spaceship that comes with it and the basketball. So yeah, 1996 action figures for the win, son. Yeah, this is awesome. Michael Jordan, what a guy. Okay, so moving on. Oh, Alex is here. That's nice to see Alex. Okay, so let's talk about. Yeah, it's good. Let me make a choice myself. Okay, thank you. So yeah, okay, let's get on talking about autism and self-diagnosis. So a lot of people leave in the comments section. They ask, would you recommend self-diagnosis? And I'm going to go over like four points. I'm going to go over 2 good points and 2 bad points of self-diagnosis. But then I'm also going to talk about what I personally feel about it without these actual facts. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Oh, if anybody's watching this video and you haven't already, please give it a thumbs up. Get that like button going. And anybody on Instagram hasn't hearted yet, give me a double tap those IGs, son. Okay, so. Okay, hi. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read your comments and it's crazy. You're very smart not rushing to put your little guy on camera. Thank you. Okay, so a good part. Okay, so this is a good point. If you self-diagnosis. So if you align yourself with the traits and characteristics of Aspergers syndrome, then you're able. So you watch my videos and you've not been clinically diagnosed, and then you look at a video and it goes, this and this, and you relate to it and you say, oh, I feel like I align with that. So that's kind of a form of self-diagnosis. You're kind of saying to yourself, well, yeah, okay, I align with Asperger's syndrome. But the good thing about that is that you then find coping strategies, because obviously you may have issues, because the traits and characteristics aren't just cool things that randomly happen, that like a social anxiety and textures and hypersensitivity and all that stuff. Those things can impact your life in a negative way. So the good part about it is that you would be able to find techniques and hacks through my videos that will help you in life. That's a good thing. So if you can really connect with something without having to have an official diagnosis, then that's a good thing, because you could find hacks, tips and tricks and things like that. And I find that is super powerful, because you don't need a diagnosis, an official diagnosis on paper to let you know if you want to find a hack to help improve your life condition. That goes without saying. So there's a good point, and we'll talk about a bad point in a minute. Let's get the comments going here. Could those with any type of autism be a savant? I guess so. There's a famous savant called Daniel, who's a mathematician from the UK, and he also has Asperger's syndrome. So he's got a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome and savantism. So shared on Twitter. Thank you, Mandy. If you don't need to push for it, Mandy, if you do, you need to push for it. Okay, thank you. Alex, are you wearing makeup? Your skin is looking fresh. No, I'm not wearing makeup. I just look this dull, and I'm not, because I've got this horrible spot at the side of my face. No, my skin just looks fresh because I drink green tea and water. That's all we do, son. That's the Aspie world way. Do you know what? One of my dreams is to have my own blend of green tea, and I'm actually gonna, that's gonna happen. I've just been drinking green tea in this Christmas as heck mug. Check it out. This is this is my Christmas mug. It's one of the ones we have in the house, and I absolutely love it. I just love Christmas mugs. I don't know why, actually. I actually prefer for my daily usage, I like my YouTube one, but for this is the daily mug. So yeah, awesome stuff. Anyway, where are we getting at? Xmas as heck. Yeah, man, it's awesome. Okay, let's take some comments and discussion here on YouTube. I know. Okay. Oh, actually, so a friend of mine, I just want to do a little bit of a plug for a friend of mine. A friend of mine, Connor Ward, who's also a YouTuber. And if you guys don't know who Connor Ward is, go check him out. He's awesome. He's a good friend of mine, and he's also on the spectrum, and he does videos on the spectrum as well. And it's his birthday next Friday. So he asked me if I could plug his series on my live stream. And basically, he's got a series coming out, which is awesome. And I was supposed to be a part of it, but I wasn't able to get down to London because the train kicked me off. And you remember that whole palaver we had with the train, and then they kicked me off in Chester, and I had to get somebody to come pick me up and all this kind of stuff. So basically, he has a series on creator viewer divide on YouTube. It's very, very fascinating, actually, and it's going to be a good series, so I'm excited about it. So go check it out. So Connor Ward, what an awesome guy. I tagged him in Twitter on a tweet where I did like a follow stream thing. It's pretty cool. Okay, somebody asked for a shout out. Who is this? Hi, can you say hi to me? Emma Charles, how's it going? Does anyone else have a really hard time eating? I always feel nauseous. Sometimes, depends. Okay, so let's get some comments back over here. Love the mug. I think my dad would be a savant if tested. Dan his paintings. Okay. Sound is crackling. That's really bizarre. Where are we? It's stuck with me so much in my life. I'm sorry, guys. The chat is moving so fast. Sorry, Mandy, but it can't be. I agree in the respect of learning coping skills as we go along. If not for realizing this feature myself, I might not be doing so well. I do seek full diagnosis though for adults sometimes. Yeah, so there's another thing as well. You might be happy not wanting to get a clinical diagnosis, but then you can still go online and access those kind of like freebie supports. That's anyone can do that. What do you do if you have? What do you have to say about self-harming along Asperger's? Well, self-harming isn't good in any respect if you're on the spectrum or not, and I wouldn't say that self-harming is a good thing. Obviously, if you are self-harming or you know somebody's self-harming, then they obviously need help. So I would say that person needs to reach out, or you need to help them reach out for help. Can you say hi to me? By the way, my name is Christine. Hi Christine, how's it going? Can music be a special interest? Of course it can be. First live stream of yours I could see live. Dude, that's awesome. Hope for ages. If anyone can hear the dog being a total douche, he is in the background just whinging. He's staring at his bed, whinging. that is how. Randy, you can go to bed. Go into bed. There are plenty of blankets there to curl up in. This dog's crazy. Give this video a thumbs up if your dog's crazy. Oh, here he comes. Come on, Andy. Come here then. Just do a cameo to everyone on YouTube. It'll spoil the video we're talking about. I'll make it more interesting. Good boy. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. This is Randall, the Vandal. He's crazy. I know. I love you. That's a microphone, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. So give this video a thumbs up just because this dog is cute and your dog is crazy. That'll be awesome. Randy, you're going to go away and let me do... Okay, I've got to go and put him into his bed because this is what he's crying for. He wants me to actually put him in bed. Okay, here we go. There we are. There we go. Good boy. Cool, after all that, and you want me to put him in bed? He's now jumped out of bed. That's cool. So, anyway, online quizzes are quite stereotyped and not necessarily in a good way. Look, some online AQ tests are good for finding out if you're on the spectrum or not. Some are bad. I did a video on autism and Asperger's testing, specifically in a video, so go check that video out. If you just type in like Asperger's test, you'll find my video on that, so the link is in the description there. Asperger's is a sign that you're intelligent. Don't patronize us. What? I don't understand what that means. I don't understand why you're saying that, Morgan. That's weird. Okay, I've watched a few of your videos. I'm 44 and I've just been testing process with a consultant living in the UK. I've always get into trouble for being me, not being necessarily incorrect. You just need to be you and not let anybody kind of bully that out, because being you is awesome. Where are we now? Randy is like, what on earth are you doing when he speaks to this thing? I know, this is why he goes crazy, because he's like, who the hell are you talking to? I'm not on the phone, there's nobody in the room. Can my Asperger's symptoms go away with time if I don't treat them? No, look, Aspergers Syndrome is a neurological condition, part of the autism spectrum, and it doesn't go away. It sometimes kind of decreases the older you get, like you can actually... some of the coping mechanisms start to not work, so that's one thing you have to bear in mind as well. Sorry, I'm covered in dog hair because Randall just like came and invaded the screen, and now I'm covered in his hair. I'm really sorry, it's just so gross. Connor Ward is watching on Instagram. That guy is awesome. I recently joined the Army Reserves and was wondering if it's a good idea to tell my section about my disorder as it is already causing friction. I would say that you have to be straight and honest about the people you work with. I would always say that's definitely a given. I always was when I worked in offices and stuff. So yeah, I would definitely do that. There was a link you shared for a quiz in your video, and I found it really helpful. Do you have other recommendations? So the AQ test that I linked in that video was probably the best one. It's because someone said I'm replying to the guy that said he's Aspie, so he thinks being intelligent. He thinks being intelligent, so he isn't an Aspie. I don't understand that comment. Sorry. Whenever I don't mask, my family gets upset and they say steering out of public is rude. look, forget people who don't let you stim, okay? Like, you have to be you, and if you're not you, then I'm bugging off now to make some tea. Bye, Connor. You know, you have to be you. This is another thing. People kind of get annoyed that, you know, autistic individuals stim, or they have special interest, or they zone out, or they zone into things, or whatever. Look, whatever it is, it's just complete tosh. Don't let people bring you down. Be you, and always be you. That is the best version of you can be, and, you know, just being completely honest with yourself. It's awesome. I love it. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's look at one bad point about, you know, self-diagnosing. So a bad point for self-diagnosis is that it should always be performed. You know, diagnosing people should always be performed professionally and clinically. So, you know, you can't just say, oh, I'm this. I've gone online and I'm that guy. You know, I've got this, and this. Because when you do that, you become almost like a hypochondriac, where you can maybe align. You know, everyone's done it. You know, you get like the sniffles, or like your head hurt a little bit, and you go on medical, you know, online MD, and you'd be like, type in your symptoms, and all of a sudden you're dying of like cancer or something. It's like, okay, well, you know, all of those are just scaremongering tactics that you wind yourself up with, because you go online and you'll find something that relates to something crazy, and it's completely not what it is. And this is why official diagnosis needs to be done professionally, in a professional manner. So the only downside of trying to say that, you know, you have Aspergers syndrome but you're undiagnosed professionally, is that, you know, no one really takes it seriously, and you could worry yourself because you're not officially diagnosed. What video is your IQ test on? It's called an AQ test, and it's on the video Asperger's test. So if you type in Asperger's test into YouTube, you'll see a picture of me holding up a pad going like this, and then that is the video. In the video I link to that. Hey, I'm 31. I had a diagnosis of PDDNOS and ODD over 20 years ago. I don't know if it's worth getting diagnosed at this point. Would it hurt my job, or possibilities it would? Like, I don't think that getting a diagnosis is a negative thing, right? I don't think it is. And I would highly recommend that if you feel like you should have one, then you should totally get the diagnosis checked out. I can't get a job because of my Asperger's, as I freeze from anxiety in interviews. I am unemployed, and I am on benefits. You know, it is a struggle. Like, that is another thing. Like, employment with Asperger's syndrome is a struggle. I know we're kind of going off topic here a little bit. And I think that, you know, like, my job is YouTube, right? This is what I do. And I'm going to do a video on what I do for a living, because a lot of people ask, like, you know, what do you do for a living? And I say I'm self-employed, and I do YouTube, and they say, what does that mean? So maybe I'll do a video on that, just to kind of maybe inspire other people to do the same thing. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't work in offices and stuff like that. I kept having meltdowns, kept taking out, and then I was working at home for a bit, and then that wasn't practical, and all this kind of stuff. And it was because of my condition. So I decided that I would create work for myself. So I did a degree, and then I started working for myself on YouTube. So it is difficult. It is a struggle. But what I would say to you is that if you have Asperger's syndrome or autism or whatever, and you're finding it difficult to get a typical job, then think of the thing that you're most good at, like you're excellent at. It could be playing games, could be reviewing games, could be making games, could be anything, drawing, whatever it is. Double down on it, like really learn what it is about it. Like, so I loved making videos, right? And I was pretty good at making videos. So then I decided to like really learn about how to make videos, how to make like really good cinematography, how to make really good like capturing shots and stuff like that, and slow-mo and editing and all that kind of stuff, and color grading and sound effects. And by doing that, it increased my chances of being successful in that field. So this is what I mean. So this is what I would say: if you're having a difficulty with a job, find the thing you're good at, really double down on it, and propel that forward as your career. Because let's put it this way, right? If you do something for long enough, you become a master at it. And when you're a master at something, somebody will pay you to do that, and that's 100% true. Can an educational psychologist diagnose Asperger's? It's my friend who's first suggested it for my kids. She did an AQ test with me, unofficial. I think yes, because a psychiatrist can both diagnose for Asperger's syndrome or autism. That's what I think. That's how it goes. I have an Aspie friend who became a great pilot. That's awesome. Send diagnosed. I failed the test as well. Failed the test as well. The last recommended, I explained to my doctor. Do you have any pointers? I would say that you can always go and speak to an autism specialist if you feel you've had the wrong diagnosis. That's something that is quite interesting. And I did a video series on how to get a diagnosis. So if you go to my channel and go to playlists, so you go to the Aspie world, go to playlist. There's a playlist on how to get an autism diagnosis. click on that, and then there's 3 videos. It takes you through the entire process, and they cover all these grounds. So make sure you do that. That's very, very interesting if anyone's looking at diagnosis. I'm going to be a sensory integration therapist with kids on the spectrum, or at least I hope so too. That's awesome. That's still difficult if. Do you have any tips on making friends? I'm going to do a video on friends and making friends. So I do have tips, but I'm going to save them and put them in a video because it's way easier than trying to do it in the middle of another video. Can you fit your fist in your mouth? I don't know, probably. Oh, oh. Yeah, I guess so. Ow. Why'd I do that? Okay, let's move on. Stuff. What is wrong with my job? Thanks. She can't do it officially. Works with small kids. Oh, okay. I self-diagnosed after research from my ASD kids and realizing that I am just like them. It explained a lot of my childhood. This happens a lot, actually. Like retrospective, kind of like if you find, you know, a lot of people go through the process with their children and then they realize that the children got the traits from their parents. So, how old am I? I am 32 years old. I'm good at psychology, but I get overloaded when studying and don't like doing things by a pressured system. When it comes to making friends, will you cover loneliness as well? Yes, indeed. Oh, who screenshotted the fist in the mouth? Dang it. I love that you didn't hesitate to put your fist in your mouth. Well, look, put it this way, Arato, like, if you don't do the craziest things that may be crazy, then you don't live. And I think those experiences say a lot about who you are. If you're willing to be open to experiences, then you'll live through a lot more. And I don't know, it's cool stuff. Me and Alex, the guy who asked me to do that, actually, we travel the world doing crazy stuff, so that's okay. Is it bad coping? Is it a bad coping mechanism to prefer to be alone because I don't know any other folks like me in the area, and most people I don't know. Look, it's not a bad thing. Look, being on your own is fine as long as you can maintain as long as you can maintain being on your own in a safe manner. Because sometimes being on your own and loneliness can cause you to be depressed, manic depressed, or cause crazy stuff. So I would say that if you're happy enough being alone, then do it. Because if there's no like social groups for Aspergers Syndrome or autism around you, then you know do you, man. Go online, go on Skype, go onto Reddit, whatever. Hang out in the places that you feel most comfortable in, because that's where you're going to be. That's who you are. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Is it normal for an autistic person is lacking social skills? 100%. Frick, yes, it's normal. Social skills is hard. Yeah, no, totally, it totally is. Can someone resume what has happened, please? My 9-year-old son has autism. We go to the Autism Speaks talk every year. My son used to get bullied. Autism Speaks isn't the best charity in the world. They've come under fire from a lot of kind of criticism for certain things. I wouldn't endorse that company. And I would say to look for other people, maybe like the National Autistic Society. They're amazing. Do you find it annoying when people use autism as a form of insult? No, not really, because whatever, man. It doesn't, sticks and stones and all that. Hello, everyone. I have a friend who says he knows but doesn't feel like he needs a diagnosis. See, that's another thing. A lot of people don't feel like they do need a diagnosis, but I would say that, I'll talk about my what I feel about it in a minute. Okay, so let's do another good point about self-diagnosing. Okay, so a positive is that if you self-diagnose, then you're able to find free support. You can join communities, and like I was saying then about being on Reddit or whatever, you could find Facebook groups. Like I run a Facebook group, the Aspie World Superhero Fans. That's a support group for people with autism and Asperger's. They can go in there, and it's a safe place, and you can talk, and you can discuss things, etc., etc., and that's amazing. So, if you self-diagnose and align yourself with something like Aspergers Syndrome, then you're able to find free online support, and that's amazing. Like where else can you get free support? For something, and if you might have been fumbling around in the dark, thinking like, oh, I'm weird, or I'm silly, or I'm doing this, or doing whatever, and not realizing that it's traits of Aspergers Syndrome or autism, and because of those traits, then you feel isolated and alone. But when you finally come across that self-diagnosis, it might kind of like align you with good support systems. I think that's a good thing. Okay, question, Luke. This is an interesting one. Luke Moto. So Luke Moto is my cousin. He's also a YouTuber. Being in Straight Jacket Legends. Okay, so I'm in a band called Straight Jacket Legends. That's what you're saying. So being in Straight Jacket Legends, have you ever written a unreleased song about mental health or having autism? Yes. Yeah, I have actually. I have, but it's not released, not recorded, nothing like that. How's your music going and skateboarding going? Skateboarding is going awesome. Music is ever changing, and we're looking at new kind of avenues to pursue it. Here in Sheffield, we have a charity called Autism Plus, which I also attend. They are also helping. Oh my goodness, the chat moves so fast. Helping me find a job. That's why I asked the question about jobs and anxiety. Oh, okay, cool. Do you have any tips for when you doubt you're autistic? I would say that just believe in yourself and like know who you are, because like mental illnesses aren't a thing where because this is a thing, right? And this is a real thing. When you get like diagnosed, you say, okay, this you got Aspergers Syndrome or whatever. And like I feel fine. Like I feel fine. I feel like everybody else is really weird, and that's a kind of interesting concept. I feel like I'm perfect. Like I go up in my life, I'm perfect. Yeah, okay, I've got ups and downs and anxiety and social, all this stuff. But then when you see like clinical textbook behavior and you without you behave like that and think it's normal, and then or normal to you or typical, whatever, and then you see that and then you relate to it, that's shock. That's a shock to the system. And that happens to me a lot, especially when I said to people like, oh yeah, I've got Aspergers Syndrome, and they said, yeah, no. It's like, what the hell? Like Alex, a friend of mine, I told him about the diagnosis, and he said, I called it in 2006. It's like, come on. So it's weird when you kind of align yourself with that. It's weird. So I would say that a tip for that is to always believe in yourself and be true to who you are, and just know that you are you, and nothing changes that. I'm in the process of getting an autism diagnosis. Any tips? Yeah, J Lee Tot. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a playlist on there. So go to the youtube.com/the Aspie World. Go to playlists. Click on how to get an autism diagnosis, and there's a 3-video series specifically on going through the diagnosis process. You'll love it. Excuse me. Yes, a podcast would be awesome. I am doing a podcast. You should start a podcast. Luke, I have a podcast. If anybody doesn't know, I've got a podcast out. It's called We Are Autism, and it's on every single platform going. There's about 7 or 8 episodes up right now. So go on iTunes, go to Spotify, whatever, and type in We Are Autism podcast. You'll find it. But on top of that, guys, this is very interesting. I actually have I actually can lick my own album, and I'm not going to do it. I actually have a secret podcast, which is not really a secret. It's a podcast where it's on Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/the Aspie World and sign up for the $3 a month package, I do a podcast specifically just to Patreon where I interview healthcare professionals and therapists about autism and Asperger's to give you guys some prime content that's worth paying that $3 a month for. And what it does is that $3 a month helps fund the We Are Autism podcast as well as the secret podcast, because they come as a pair. And that is awesome. So if anybody wants to help fund this channel, help fund the podcast, help promote what we're doing here, you can go to patreon.com. We've got a bunch of people on right now. I think we're up to like 21 Patreons right now, and it's super awesome. So I love that many people that are just supporting this. So if you want to support this channel, yeah, patreon.com/the Aspie World. It's amazing. Right, so where are we now? What shocked me was saying word over and over. Yeah, see here, it's quite interesting. It is interesting when you align yourself with something. The difference between Asperger's and autism, please let me know. I have no idea. Okay, Melissa, I'm doing a video. It won't be for 2 weeks, but there's a video coming out on the difference between autism and Asperger's syndrome. Very much so. Have you ever done snowboarding? No, but I want to. My friend and I are starting a mental health podcast. You should come on after we've gotten going. Yes, Olivia N. Pierce, if you can email me info@theaspieworld.com, I will gladly do a podcast with you. That'd be super awesome. I have a really good question. What's the advantage of getting an official diagnosis? Like so many things, clicked watching your videos about my life and then made sense. So now I'm autistic on topic. Okay, I am actually going to explain about that in a minute. I'm gonna take some more questions. Then I'm going to give you maybe another downside to maybe self-diagnosis, and then I'm going to go through like my view on self-diagnosis and the autism diagnosis, pros and cons for the whole thing. So please stay tuned. That's gonna be awesome. I'm sorry that I have to leave. It wasn't okay. It's cool. Don't worry. Do you get exhausted easily after doing videos and podcasts? Yes, I do. Would you ever get one of those cool NFC implants and where you can use the feature everyday tech going? No, absolutely not. Would never, ever, 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 ever chip myself or my kid or my dog. My dog doesn't have a chip, and apparently it's illegal if I don't chip my dog. Well, everyone can go and whatever, because I don't care. I'm not chipping my family. It's not happening. Rondell, shush, otherwise you're going to be chipped. When did you get diagnosed with dyslexia? I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was about 16, maybe 16. Oh, Randall. Okay, 1 second, guys. The dog's being a total idiot. Come on. Nope. Wow, it's hot in here. I'm sitting right by the radiator as well. Dying. No chips. Ever been to Norway? No, but I'd love to go. Chipping things is weird. I hear your dog. I know everybody can hear my dog because he's been a total idiot. I love him though. Aspie here, and I just want to say you're super damn hot. I dig that beard. Ashley, why thank you. This beard does make me charming and does make me handsome and charming and lovely-ish. Well, I don't know actually. It does need trimming. The beard is terrible. Any ideas? Websites or other things I can use to connect with Aspies. I recently got diagnosed. Yeah, I've got a I'm going to give you guys a link to my Facebook group, which is the Aspie World Superheroes fan group, and in there is a community of people who are just awesome. They're all the fans from here, so you'll meet other people who watch my videos and you can discuss other things. I'd highly recommend checking it out and becoming a part of this community because everyone's in there. Whoa, it's actually not letting me do that. That's really weird. Why won't Facebook excuse me. Okay, I can't actually link you, so I'll give you the name of the group on Facebook. It's called this. Okay, so if you go to facebook.com and just type this into the search bar, you'll find it. Beans. Why does somebody say beans? Lucy Jones. Why do you say beans? I don't get it. I do get it, but how? What? Lucy Jones. Why? I don't get it. Why did you say beans? That's something me and my friends say. I don't get it. I need to be chipped so you can find me in random places when I go out drinking in California. That is true, actually. This actually happened. Me and Alex in California went out drinking and then I fell asleep. I was on my own. He left me on my own in California. I was in a hotel room editing videos though, so it wasn't all bad. But on beans on toast. Ugh, beans are so gross. I don't even like beans. I like green beans. I don't like baked beans or something gross like that. So yeah, okay, where are we? Facebook.com/ the Aspie World. Giving up. I'll check it out. Okay. Oh yeah, so if you go to facebook.com/ the Aspie World and then go down to the side, there's a tab that says groups. If you click on groups, you'll be able to go through to the group I'm talking about. But your dog is so adorable. He is, but he's a total weirdo. Don't trim it. Keep that beard growing. My beard was really long. About a year. This time last year, my beard was super long, and it was just it was crazy long. So no, this is tame. And my hair's quite long now as well. Then you can see it poking outside of the hat. I have to tie it back. It's in a bobble up here. It's really long. It's down here. It's crazy. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Maybe hard topic, but vaccines. Yes, I know. Ironically, I just took my son for vaccines today. He had his third lot of vaccines. And look, vaccines are a controversial topic. I don't know if vaccines have any damaging effects linked to neurological disorders, but I do know that they help prevent you from catching horrendous diseases when you're really young and dying. So, that outweighs it for me at the moment, and there's no kind of real evidence anywhere that shows that vaccines cause autism at the moment. So, yeah, I would say let's move on from that topic. Do you live in the US? No, I do not. I live in the United Kingdom. Actually, I live in Wales. Are you still live, Dan? Yes, I am still live. Beans are gross. They are indeed. Kane always says it to me. Lucy, who are you? What? Lucy, what? How? What? How do I even know you? Kane does always say it. Kane's amazing. Kane is one of my best friends in the entire universe. I love the guy. And you'll be seeing more of Kane because we're going to do more music projects on my channel. And that's right, guys. I'm going to actually do a little bit of music projects. I want to show you guys that. It's going to be in the vlogs and things like that. What textures grind your gears? Velvet makes me want to run. I'll kick somebody. Textures that make me go crazy. Plastic bristles like toothbrushes with no toothpaste on them, or those ones that people sweep the floor with in industrial building sites. It drives me crazy. I just want to pull my head off and rip my teeth out and smash them against the wall. Okay, it's a bit weird detail, but you don't know me, but I'm close friends with him. No way! Kane Kane is one of the best friends. So we're talking about my friend Kane. I love him to bits. Absolute rock solid guy. I'd do anything for that guy. You know, you have those friends where you're like, this guy's amazing. I'd take a bullet for my friend. I'd take a bullet for Kane. He's amazing. You can tell him that. I love the guy to bits. Amazing. Kane can count on me anytime for anything. What a guy. It's nice to have friends like that. So shave November. No shave November. Isn't that called like mustache or Movember or something? Is your friend who has ADD? I think my son has it. You made a video with him. Yeah, that's Alex. I'm talking about Alex Stannon. And he's the guy I came to California with. Charles Davis. Charles Davis is going to be doing a video with me. We're going to try and get 2 videos of him, but at least 1 video done on my channel. It will be out when I edit it, maybe a couple of weeks. I'm just watching this for something material for later. Ashley, you can't say those. Jesus. Okay, so let's have a look. One of my pet peeves are forks. That's really weird. I'm not sure why. I just found your channel on YouTube and Instagram. We have 2 sons, one with ADHD and the other has mild to moderate autism. Cool. Well, Mrs. Thepmoney, you have come to the right place because the Aspie World is the best place for all this information and also to see little action figurines of Michael Jordan from Space Jam from 1996. Boom. Okay, let's have a look. What are we doing? If anyone wants to see Kane's butt, check out Operation Sabotage. That's true. His bum is in a video. United States here. Hey, Ashley, United States. That's awesome. Me and Alex are going to do a tour of the United States when I reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you want to see me in the United States do a talk in front of you and your friends or whoever you want to come to this channel and share the heck out of it. Make everybody you know, your grandma, your school teacher, your best friend, everybody subscribe to this channel because when I reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be going on tour soon. Canons are great for video, Nikon for pictures, and Fuji. So yeah, I use a Canon what have I got? I've got a Canon 750D and I also have a Canon G7X. This thing is amazing. But we're getting off topic. I love Alex. I like that one. Alex has a fan club. Go to Dallas. We'll be going all around the US. Don't worry. Oh my god, Space Jam. Space Jam is class. Space Jam is amazing. I think it's one of the most underrated films ever. Oh yes, please come to the yes. I need to meet you. Okay, cool. So share. Get your friends to. Anyway, I'm gonna be in the US next year. I'm going to VidCon again. Me and Alex will be there, and my son and my partner will be there. So we'll all be there hanging out. You guys get to meet us. So we were in the US this year as well. I was in Spain this year. I was in the US this year. We were in London this year. Me and Alex have done a lot this year. We actually got changed in the back of a taxi cab in the middle of London this year. That's a true story. So yeah, tour would be amazing. Oh my god, please continue. How do you not have 100,000 already? I don't know. See, people just don't understand the awesomeness of this channel. Come to Oklahoma. We will. Come to West Virginia. We're going all over the US. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. We're doing it. It's going to be like a mission and a half to this. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to give you guys... everyone should like me. Alex, what's blogs? Yeah. Okay, so... I'm going to give you one last kind of like downfall for having a self-diagnosis, and then we're going to move on to what I personally feel about it and stuff like that. So without a professional diagnosis, it could knock your confidence and make you not 100% confident. So if you don't have a professional diagnosis, you could be questioning, maybe it's Asperger's or maybe it isn't, you know, so if you diagnose yourself with Asperger's and it hasn't been done by a professional and you don't really know, and this could knock your confidence, and you don't want to have a confidence knock, because when you knock your confidence, you kind of like, I don't know, you put yourself in a compromised situation, and you don't want to do that because, like, you know, who wants a confidence knock? Like, you don't want that. We made out in California hot tub this year too. Okay, we didn't make out in a hot tub. Me and Alex actually did go into a hot tub, like 2 bros chilling in a hot tub, 6 feet apart, kissing that gate. And we were actually those dudes. We were sitting in a hot tub, like each end, like, blah, 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 blah. Hey Alex, what's going on? And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. It was cool. Anyway, I'm going off topic slightly. Where are we? Okay, so who wants to know? Do you wear Jordans? No, I don't. These are what I wear. I wear Vans high tops with these elasticated laces because I'm dope like that. Okay, TED Talk next. Well, I was invited to do a TED Talk, but I didn't do it in the end. I know you I also know you from Straight Jacket Legends. Yay, Lucy Jones. Thanks for that. Real Bro Spoon. What the heck? You're talking low. Have you ever been to South America? No, never. How do you know if you have ADHD or OCD on top of autism, generalized anxiety disorder? There are many aspects of GAD where it overlaps with OCD. Do you think I should get OCD diagnosis? Okay, so this is what I think. So, okay. Hold on. Cafe Gratitude in California is great, Alex. You guys should try it next time. We went to a great tea restaurant, like a restaurant, a tea bar, like a cold tea joint, I don't know what you call it, cafe in Venice Beach. It's right on the corner where the traffic lights are, and we had some great tea when we were there. It was amazing. Okay, so the idea of a diagnosis, right, is that if you align yourself with an autism spectrum condition, you think that you may have it, and then all the things point to it, and then you go to the don't forget to join the Discord to talk to us more about life, love, and bagel toppings. Link in the description of this live broadcast. Thanks, Alex. Total legend. Yeah. So if you align yourself with a condition and then you don't get a diagnosis, what you're doing is you're leaving yourself open to doubt, right? Doubting that you have a condition, and just, you might think bad things and like, oh, just weird and stuff, which is not everything. Hey, how's it going? So, but if you do get an official diagnosis, it opens doors for you to have access to help and support that you would probably need, right? So especially if you're a young, influential person, or anybody for that age. But what I mean is that if you don't have access to that support, you may miss out, and you miss out, and it can impact your life even more so than it already is at the moment. So I would say that diagnosis is a good thing. An official diagnosis is an excellent thing, because then you have actual access to help that is available for people with conditions. That's why. Alex just got me laughing with all the random texts. Alex made me put my fist in my mouth and my jaw hurt. That's the stupidest thing I've ever done on camera. Almost. Also, me and Alex got free skateboards from YouTube when we were in VidCon this year, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so thanks for the link. Cool. Let's have a look here. Our daughter's school, she says she doesn't have autism because they didn't diagnose her. A child psychologist did. They don't think she has autism. That's really weird, right? They should honor the diagnosis because they have a duty of care. They need to do that. So I would say that you need to pursue that, push it forward, and get on it. Make sure it's okay. Hey, all late to the chat. I've been to pay respects to my granddad who passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. Longboard or standard? We were longboarding on Venice Beach, I think. We shared a bed for 11 days. So it wasn't. So it was just a normal standard deck that we got from YouTube. Actually, I don't even know where mine is. Oh, it's on the top of my shelf. So that's cool. My mum and I were trying to do an Aspie campaign, but it kind of stopped, mainly because I was doing other stuff. Would you recommend for us to continue doing it? Yes, do it. Always support. I'm always in favor of support. Do you have any tips for ADHD? Yeah, I did a video on ADHD and some tips about it. Go check it out on my channel. Hey, hugs. Whoa, there you are. Great to meet you. Cool. Thing worries me. We have had a bad time with referral too. That's a big gulp you're drinking from. No, it's this bottle I'm drinking from it's like a 2.2 liter water container. Google broke into our hotel room to give us skateboards. That is absolutely true. YouTube actually came into our hotel rooms while we were not there. We were out at a party that was put on by YouTube, and they paid for all our drinks and food and our entertainment, and all day as well. So they paid for all our food all day. And then we get back to the hotel room, and not only had they broken into our hotel room, they'd left us a little gift, which was quite nice of them. And they put a little like tag. Do I even have the tag? I think I have it here somewhere. There's like a little tag with like "To Dan" from YouTube on it, and I loved it. I kept it because I thought it was so cool. Do you know what? I don't even know where it is. What the heck? I'm just so lame. My desk is totally unorganized. It was organized at one point, now it's unorganized. Oh, it's just crazy. What do you think about people with autism spectrum disorder being only told by state certified counselors that Walmart is the only hope for a career? That is total BS, and you should never listen to anybody who tells you that. That's crap. Have you seen Asperger's documentary with Chris Parkins on BBC? No, I haven't. Diagnosis can help with self-esteem as well. It can, actually. Okay, let's take some... Okay, hold on. Can late diagnosis be hard to make, 30 or 40 and over? No. Actually, it's becoming more and more common because those people who were left out of the diagnosis, like period of you know, the 90s, the 80s, 70s, and stuff like that, then you are. Yeah, the Hoxton Trend is in the house. Hoxton Trend, you need to email me your phone number because you have WhatsApp and you need to be part of our WhatsApp conversations. You're missing out. Hoxton Trend's a YouTuber. Anybody want to check him out? Go do it right now. He's awesome. He's like my biggest fan. He came to my book launch in the YouTube space. Greg is amazing, and I met Hoxton Trend and Gregory. His channel is the Hoxton Trend. We met him doing the YouTube Next Up. We were both winners of YouTube Next Up in 2017, which seems like a lifetime away. And it was amazing. One of the best weeks of my life. It was just crazy. So yeah, everyone check out the Hoxton Trend. Some sick deals on clothes as well if you're interested in fashion. It's amazing. The WhatsApp group between YouTubers, but I am actually trying to set up a WhatsApp group for my fans. That's going to be awesome, and we're also doing a Facebook Messenger one as well. So stay tuned for that. That will be all on my mailing list. And if you're not signed up to a mailing list, go to any of my videos, go to the bottom and click join mailing list. Hey Hoxton, I'm almost at the same amount of subscribers as you, and I'm going to overtake you. I'm going to do it just because, like, I don't know. It's funny because you keep saying to me like, "You growth." I'm going to be like. That's going to be so funny. Dude, the dog is... Randy, what is going on? My dog's crazy. Where is he? Randy? What are you doing? Anyway. Okay, let's take some comments. Anthony Hopkins is also dyslexic. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I'm 32, and the diagnosis was the same as the kids. Yeah. I was just diagnosed at age 42 as a kid. I'm a bigger fan than that Wally Alex... Greg, select spicy chicken wing challenges. We need to do this. We need to do a spicy chicken wing challenge. Okay. I was diagnosed at 32. This is gonna sound weird, but I hit it off with the VidCon security guard. I was too shy to leave my number. No way, dude. We were in VidCon this year, and I didn't give no security guards my number. They were all kind of like, I don't know. They can't have stern looks on their faces, like, ugh. Where are you reading? Okay, so I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube right now. I was wondering where I'm getting the extra kind of questions from. Any tips for me, my little bear cub who is non-verbal? He is pre-kindergarten this year. I also have major depression and anxiety. Okay, so a tip would be, have you used Makaton or PECS? These are non-verbal communication techniques. You can download Makaton and PECS information and like cards and stuff from Google. So just type in Makaton and then type in PECS, like PEC cards or whatever, or Makaton kind of training. So yeah, let's do that. That'll be my best advice, because then you can teach them from your age. Okay, see the dog. What is he doing? We're gonna put up with this for 10 minutes. All I know is that his name is Brandon and he's 25. That's cool. Okay, so let's take some more. Hey, hi mate. Quick question. How could I get an autistic child to tell me how his day at school went? He just repeats my questions at the moment. Well, that's called echolalia, and that's going to happen because there's, you know, if you have a language barrier, like an issue where you're trying to... just a tip for you, Mrs. Thefmany, if you go to the aspieworld.com and go to resources, I have some e-download now and next cards, which are basically like, you say to your kid, you know, like, oh, we're going to do this now, and then we're going to do that next. That way they don't have to talk. They can visually see the board on your fridge or whatever. So you can download those e-downloads, and then you can print them out. Randy, come here. Come here. The dog's crazy. I don't know what's going on, man. The dog is absolutely crazy. I think he just, I don't know, he's just... He's not amazing. He's a total silly Billy, and he's being a naughty boy. Because I'm trying to do. Oh, I love you. I'm trying to do some live streaming here, but he's being silly. Okay, so he's gonna sit here the rest of the time. Do you find it easier to bond with dogs? Yes, absolutely. I find it easier to bond with dogs. My phone keeps mucking up. I have to catch up on YouTube. Sorry, Dan. No worries. That's cool. The dog is upset. He wants Alex. What's gone? Yeah, Randall and Alex don't get on. Okay, so the question there about repeating questions, asking how your day went, the best way to do it would be, why don't they draw you a picture of how their day went? Why don't you get symboled cards out, like, you know, food card, then play card, then like story time card or work cards, and say, okay, what did you do today, and get them to pick what they did out. Because look, talking is like most, I mean, like 70% of all communication is non-verbal, right? So don't focus on talking or the verbal aspect of it. Focus on other ways to, like, how can you relate to something. You wear Crocs, Greg. Crocs and rompers, bruv. I'm getting a service dog soon, and I'm super excited about it. I met the most amazing service dog called Chloe, who's the dog of my friend Jess from a channel called How to ADHD, and we were hanging around in LA, and we actually made a video in LA that is yet to come out, because me and Jess keep just missing each other, because she's busy, I'm busy. There's a whole thing. So yeah, people say too much TV is bad for kids with ASD, and I learned about, okay, look, too much TV is bad for anybody, but people with Aspergers Syndrome, autism, spectrum conditions actually learn a lot from TV. They learn languages, they learn vocabulary, they learn a lot of social skills from watching television as well. Whoa, thanks very much for your explanation. No worries. My husband and I write out texts in near always emojis. See, emojis are a great way to convey someone. Oh my god, like, how are you trolling? Please ban Alex, watch the worst comedian ever. Okay, there's beef going on right now on my Instagram feed. Hoxton Trend, a good friend of mine, Gregory, and also a good friend of mine, Alex, they are just completely just fire right now, man. It's crazy. It's like shots fired everywhere. There's an autistic guy which is 13. I went to his house and his mother was nice, and since the day suddenly she doesn't open the door to me, what's happened? I'm not entirely sure. Only they can answer that question. My vocabulary comes from TV a lot because of echolalia. Do you know, I was saying this in my last video, that a lot of the time people with Aspergers syndrome or autism have, if they're British, they have American accents, and if they're American, they sometimes have British accents because they watch a lot of British TV and vice versa. And so yeah, I mean, that is a very common thing because they pick up that vocabulary, that lingo, you know, and that kind of like, yeah. I don't get emojis. I get emojis. Emojis are cool, are good. I've been thinking about starting to email my daughter. She's 9 and we are not big talkers at home. Emailing is a great way. Look, I'll say this again, okay? I think I'll do a video on alternative communication for autism because I'm a strong believer in, like, you know, verbal communication is one thing, right? But we see more things than we hear. So I would say that, like, we need to make use of that, you know? Don't focus on the fact that, like, oh, my kid is nonverbal. Okay, so what? Your kid's nonverbal, so don't worry about it. Why ponder on something that's not working, okay? Go, wow, what else can I do? Okay, so I'll make pictures, I'll make videos, we'll do stories. Why don't they film little snippets of their day on their phone and show you a video when they get home? Then you'll be able to find out what their day was, you know? What about taking little pictures on their cell phone or a camera during the day to show how their day went? There's so many ways that we can communicate. It is crazy. How old were you when you started wearing snapback baseball caps? 13, maybe? Knowing you even can succeed on YouTube has given me confidence. How do you deal with exhaustion after interviews? The thing I do after, when I do videos or when I do like interviews or when I do touring or any kind of live events, the thing you do is you chill out. Like Alex will know this. When Alex tours around the world with me and I do talks and stuff, after the talk, I just want to go to my hotel room, get food, sit down and do nothing and just chill out. Like, and that is how I overcome those things. This is still gonna, oh my god, Alex off. Is that even your real name? Okay, I'm going to my doctor on Tuesday and asking to be referred to a specialist for diagnosis. Really nervous they won't see me since I'm very good at makeup and have public service job suggestions. Kayla, have you seen there's a series on my channel, and it's in a playlist. It's called How to Get an Autism Diagnosis. In there, it talks about you know, what to do in that exact situation. So, Kayla, go to the Aspie World YouTube channel, click on playlist, and go to How to Get an Autism Diagnosis. There's actually 3 videos, and each video comes with a PDF download. Download those and check it out. I mean, that'll definitely help you. Talk about your 2019 YouTube related goals. Okay, so I want to get, so my 2019, I want to be able to have 100,000 subscribers within the first 5 months. Okay, so in the first 5 months of 2019, I want to get 100,000 subscribers. I want to be able to estimate 20,000 views per video. Okay, because this is like a goal of mine. I want to make 3 videos a week. So that's 2 vlogs, 4 videos a week, 2 vlogs, 1 live video, 1 info video, but the vlogs are info videos as well. I want to get 10,000 followers on Twitter, 10,000 followers on Instagram, 10,000 likes on Facebook. I'm releasing new merch and I'm going to show you guys every single day. I'm wearing the hat right now. This is my new merch line. This is an Aspie World snapback. This is my custom one. This is the keep being awesome, because I always use awesome as my expressions. There's also a t-shirt and a hoodie that comes with this, and they're staring at me right now, but I'm doing a full release of them very, very soon, so I'm so excited to show you guys that. Make every video amazing. I'm going to make SEO my biatch, which is search engine optimization. Make every thumbnail epically clickable, because I want to make thumbnails that you guys look, because this is something else. This is something that I've thought about, right? When you go to people's YouTube channels, you're not just looking at like thumbnails to click on videos. You're looking at like an art gallery as well. You're seeing things from a different perspective. You're looking at little tiny thumbnails. And what I think is that if your thumbnails are aesthetically pleasing, it's like, I don't know, it makes it, it's like Instagram. It's like an Instagram feed. If an Instagram feed was way too messy and really bad quality, you'd be like, eh. But when it's really nice and high quality images and bright colors and stuff, that's awesome. So all of my images, all my thumbnails are going to be epic. So my channel looks lovely. I don't know why, it's just crazy. I'm going to be working with a lot more good brands on most of my videos. So brands like the guys who did the melatonin gummies, brands like people who can do like books for autism, stuff like that. I'm going to be working with apps and things like that. So I want to bring you guys the best quality information with brands as well. So okay, let's have a look here. Dan, I need to go to the hospital sometime soon because I have low vitamin D. I need to get checked out. You can get vitamin D boosts every year as well. I had a podcast on my channel about autism and the advantage of being intelligent when doing cryptocurrency trading, and have an obsession for graphs. That's legit. I'll be sharing and subscribing your channel. Thank you so much, Kayla. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thumbnails are so important. They are. Life is hard, to be honest. It is. Life can't look like men's fashion winter essentials. Look, life can be hard and challenging, right? Because that is the aim of it. Like it's you're thrust into the universe. We don't know why we're here, but we want to make the best of it, right? And we want to that wanting to do the best is it, and you feel that like life is against you, things are stacked against you. You have to do this and that and the other. You know, there's obstacles. Nothing's easy, and it's not easy. But you have to enjoy the process of doing that, because, you know, the meaning of life is to give the life meaning. If you're not giving your life meaning, then why are you here? And I love giving meaning to things, okay? And we're all here because we want to give me. We have this little piece to add to the universe, and the universe is crying out for it. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have a piece to add to the universe. That's something very, very interesting. So don't think about how hard life is. Think about how fun it can be to overcome those difficulties. Because just like, okay, put this in a very small perspective. If you've been stressed about something like an exam or whatever, getting a shot from the doctor, and you go there and you get the shot, or you do the exam, and then the day after you feel amazing, right? Because all that stress and that it's been relieved, and that all that stress is gone. So you have to aim towards overcoming struggles, because you know how rewarding it's going to be afterwards. And life is awesome. Life is a great thing. Life is an opportunity to do something. Some people don't have the opportunity to be alive this long. You know, I'm 32 years old, and I'm so blessed that I've been able to experience all of this. And it's kind of like, I don't know, just go out there and do it. And don't ever hesitate. If you want to do something, go out there and you friggin' do it. Because like, nobody's waiting for you. Nobody's waiting for anybody. And you want to go out and smash it. If it's a goal, if it's asking that person out, if it's going for that meal, if it's eating like hot wings, whatever it is, right? Go out there and do it. Because if you don't do it, then you're gonna look back and be like, well, what did I do in my life? I didn't do the things I wanted to do. So what was the point of doing it? I know it's a bit deep, guys. Sorry, I get really into stuff like this, and I love it. And don't let other people drag you down. Forget everybody. It's crazy. Discord chat is talking about bagel toppings for me. It's cream cheese and chive. How about you? Dude, cream cheese and chive is dope. Like, I'm down for cream cheese and chive bagels, son. Oh, dude, toasted cheese bagel. Oh, no, Dan was noticed. Who the bloody hell wants to notice a hairy ape like Alex? Well, there's some crazy comments going on right now in my Instagram. So Instagram, you guys are going to be ended in 1 minute and 27 seconds. And Facebook, YouTube, we're going to be wrapping this up right about now. One cream cheese. I'm hungry now. I know I'm hungry now. I'm going to go have some food. I'm going to have salad, potatoes, and vegan chicken nuggets, because yes, we're that sad and we're vegan in this household. So guys, without further ado, this has been one of the most epic live streams ever, because Alex and the Hoxton trend are going off on one on my Instagram feed. And you guys over here on YouTube are just so darn cool. I love each and every one of you guys. If you want to check out the podcast, Go to anywhere that you download podcasts and look for We Are Autism. We Are Autism podcast. We do podcasts every single week. And if you want to support me and support the Secret Podcast, where we'll be interviewing healthcare professionals and therapists for autism and Aspergers syndrome, you can do at patreon.com/the Aspie world. That would be super awesome if you guys were able to go and support me and support this channel on patreon.com/the Aspie world. I'll post it in the chat there on Instagram so you guys can check that out. So that would be awesome. Can you try to say this in Spanish sentence, please? Quiero comer churro, which means I want to eat churron, which is kind of Christmas chocolate. Thank you. Cool. Well, I did it. Oh, tried my best anyway. Thank you for your answers, bro. I look forward to more and asking more questions. I was cryptocurrency trading. I wanted to say, oh, cryptocurrency is awesome. Bye, Gregory. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody on Instagram, you're awesome. Okay, guys, so that was the live stream. If you want to check us out on the replay and you're watching this for the very first time, don't forget to subscribe. If you guys are loyal Aspie World viewers and you're here right now with me, please share this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please leave an actual comment in the comment section and make anybody you know subscribe to this channel, because we're trying to get to 100,000. Because 100,000 subscribers is like this huge goal I'm trying to get with this channel, and it'd be amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I love each and every one of you, and there's going to be a big party when we reach 100,000 subscribers. But until then, I'm going to sneak preview the hoodie. Keep being awesome. Check it out. How cool is that? You guys are getting a sneak peek of the hoodie. Cool, guys. That's awesome. Right. I'll see you guys next time. These hoodies, this hat, and the t-shirt to accompany it are going to be released within the next few days, so keep an eye out on my Instagram and my Twitter feed, because that is where we're going to be releasing all this merch for the first time. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your comments, guys.